the colonial history from a perspective of violent appropriation. So what's the difference between appropriation and making the form ours, which dance teachers ask us to do in order to let us flourish as good dancers? I believe the difference is whether we accept it as a gift or take it as commodity, whether we full-heartedly work on quality or a superficial understanding feels sufficient, whether we abandon ourselves into the knowledge inherent in the traditional dance form or whether we try to control it, whether we make visible the source from which we receive this immortal form or whether we pretend that the achievement is ours. As my guru explains, this form is immortal. The form is anadi and ananta, without beginning and without end. If an humble and honest relationship with the lineage of the knowledge, I would say no one possesses the art except the dancer while dancing, because every dancer can be the carrier of this immortal history. Let's not be afraid to dance it, but first learn what makes it immortal. In doing so, we have to take all of our life experiences as assets and not as weaknesses. As it is understood in India, it enriches the form. And if your life experiences involves having grown up in England in the 21st century and not a dancer in Tanjavur in the 19th century, then take these experiences to guide you. In classical Indian dance, after all, we finally place everything anyway at the feet of the divine. Concerning contemporary work, let's remember thoroughness, thought, and care are here as much necessary as in classical forms. If not, they will remain empty. Terms like contemporary have to be used with prudence because there is an idea implicit that what is contemporary is European and what is Asian is traditional. It thereby recreates a continuation of a colonial mindset that places everything which is outside Western Europe in the past, rather than an equal partner of the here and now. I do strongly believe that dance forms like Bharathanatiyam can play an important role in the present and the future of Europe. I'm convinced that the Eurocentric universalizing of specific aesthetic and philosophy has played a central part in the creation of a current European culture full of inequalities, conflicts, and threats. Therefore, we need practices that have grown outside of this canon, particularly given they were present before colonization. Classical Indian dances carry a rich knowledge in the physical form and in the worldview they are embedded in, and this makes them needful practices today. So how to practice classical Indian performing arts is something that can change our world. I keep wondering about that, and I believe that Maiurie is interested in the same question. The answers for us will come if we do take seriously care, learn meticulously from our gurus in a long-term relationship, courageously trust our own intuition, and bring in ourselves into the form. If not, we will miss out on depth that is greater than our understanding, execute movement that don't communicate, and perhaps not enable the triangle between the dancer, the spectator, and the divine that is so essential to this art. When I witnessed my first classical Indian dance performance in 2004, I was more than moved. It opened a window to a world in which the physical self, the space, and the divine are all connected. This art form lends a refined perception of reality to practitioners and viewers alike. Today, your dance, Maiurie, reminded me that experience and the reason why we dance and engage in that sometimes highly disciplined, though painful and often frustrating path. There is something beyond what we can grasp and develop out of our own knowledge, something that transforms us. Maiurie, I'm delighted to see you have entered that process because the Arangatam is the beginning for many, many years of extensive practice. You have all needed to flourish in the field, so don't stop dancing like many do, please. Your contribution will be needed. I'm wishing you many, many successful years of dance from my fullest heart. Thank you.
I apologize. Eva is our chief guest today, and she is married to Sri Manikam Yogeshwaran. Please, may I call you upon to Eva? Please, may I call you upon to the stage, please. I please request our guest of honor to say a few words, please.
Good evening, everybody. I was so excited and honoured to be asked to attend today, and then being asked to be a guest of honour, I felt very, very humble. And I asked, why me? I've known Maiurie for a few years through her flute playing and at the music centre where she plays in ensembles, and for the past 3 years I've had the honour to be her flute teacher. I've always been intrigued with her dedication to her dancing and instrumental playing, as it is a world apart from my own classical music and, believe it or not, ballet training. I've always felt very special when she has shown me a dance that she's been working on, or a piece played on the vina or the flute. She's becoming a very accomplished player on the flute, which I teach her, and she always reminds me the difference between the Western flute and her newfound skill on the Carnatic flute. In the past year, she has matured in her playing, taking control of her own interpretation and performance. I'm so struck by the awesome dancing performed by Maiurie. I think you must all agree with me, tonight has been amazingly special. I was not quite sure what to expect of today. I did cheat a bit and looked it up on the internet, but what I have witnessed today makes that completely insignificant, because the quality and the artistry that has been absolutely amazing. It's been a feast for the eyes, the ears, and the mind. I loved everything Maiurie did. It was much more than a performance. She lived every step, every gesture, every movement, and what she has done today is inspirational, for it shows years of hard work. Thank you. No doubt there's been a few tears along the way, but the final performance, she would agree, and I hope you all agree, have been worth it. She's so fortunate to have a dedicated dance teacher who works as one with Maiurie. So much respect has been shown towards her teacher, as without this, none of today would have been possible. Such skill and passion shines through the dances, which would not be possible without a truly wonderful teacher who inspires dancers to do their utmost in performance. I think we should all give a round of applause to Maiurie's parents, and not forgetting her brother, for supporting her, driving her to and from lessons, providing such beautiful costumes, and helping her with her practice. The stamina involved in this performance has been amazing. The control of the moves and expression, beautiful. Maiurie has shown us all today the ultimate coordination of body, mind, and spirit. I am honoured being in the presence of such eminent musicians. Even not knowing the music, I can see and hear how rhythmically brilliant Maiurie has become. There is sheer joy and exuberance displayed by the musicians. The communication, concentration, and appreciation displayed is awesome. Every beat and note is lived, and I cannot get over the sheer love of performing that I have seen. The complex rhythms and the dancers' steps are in complete synchronicity, and the stamina required from the orchestra, especially the singer, is amazing. I would also like to thank our vina player for such an accomplished performance. It's wonderful to see so many people supporting Maiurie and giving their blessings and best wishes for an amazing performance. I would like to thank you for giving me the opportunity of speaking in front of you and being invited to such a special occasion. I feel, like Maiurie should, as proud as a peacock and I wish her the very best for her future endeavours in life. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your presence today. Maiurie will honor her guru, Srimati Ratika Rajaloganathan. Behalf of Nritya Sangeeta Academy, Ratika Akka will now honor Maiurie.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very proud to honor this award with the title Natya Maiurie to Miss Maiurie Rasakulasuriar on the day of her Arangatam. Thank you.
Maiurie will now honor Sri Manikam Yogeshwaran. Maiurie will honor Sri M. Balachandar. Maiurie will honor Sri Nagaraju. Maiurie will honor Sri Chidambaranathan. Maiurie will honor Guruji Muralidharan. Maiurie will honor Bhairavi Shreyananda. Thank you, Maiurie.
Now Maiurie will give gift to Tushi.
Hello. Okay. Vanakkam. Good evening, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for attending my Arangatam this evening. My love for Bharathanatiyam started when I was introduced to the art at the age of 5. This journey has led me up to this day. It has been very interesting and rewarding. There are many people I want to thank for making this day a huge success. First of all, I would like to express my sincere thanks to my divine guidance for giving me the blessings I needed to fulfill this journey, and to my guru, Radhika Auntie, who has been an inspiring teacher with her artistic and creative talent. She has been a good friend. Over the past few weeks, we have both worked hard in rehearsals at each other's homes. Her positivity and patience has extended my capability in this world of Bharathanatiyam. Thank you. A big thank you to my parents for their support, encouragement, and advice, without which I could not have achieved this level of Arangatam. Thank you to my Amma for taking me to London and back every week for lessons. I am extremely grateful. Thank you. I must also thank the orchestra for their magnificent music. I would like to thank Sri Yogeswaran for being the vocalist and for singing beautifully. Thank you for coming all the way from Germany to make this event a huge success. Thank you, Sri Balachandra Master, for accepting our invitation to play the Miradangam at this event. My appreciation also goes to Sri Nagaraju Master for the violin, Sri Sidambaranathan for the various sounds, and Sri Kuruji for the flute. Also, I want to thank my Veena Guru, Bhairaviaka, for playing during the interlude. And thank you, Dishi Auntie, for your lovely comparing. Thank you to the chief guest, Eva, for coming from Germany and for understanding my and my guru's interpretation of all the dances and songs. Also, thank you to my flute teacher, Joe, who is the guest of honour, for giving me supportive advice and for taking this art with great interest. Thank you for coming from France to be here and brighten my day. I am blessed to have all my gurus here to watch my Arangatam today. My special thanks to my infant school music teacher, Mr. Mitchner, for introducing me to this musical world.